You think you've had more cars than I have? Pretty sad, but I've owned quite a few cars since I got my license. Here they are. Shelby Paget back here again. Talk about, I thought might be interesting, all the vehicles I've owned over my driving lifetime so far. I have had 20 cars. So I figured it's been a while since I've recapped all the cars I've had, where I've kind of had experience driving some old beat up first time style cars all the way up to some really fun cars and to what I'm driving today. So let's start. I got a list and let's go ahead and see what we can do. Number 1, 1990 Mazda 626 4-door, 5-speed manual. Barely a hint of gloss paint anywhere on the car, but awesome car nonetheless. Good gas mileage, peppy. I believe it was like a 2.2 liter. I believe, maybe 2.0, I forget, 2.3, something like that. But it was pretty fun. Number 2, 1993 BMW 325IS, really fun car, 5-speed. All the vehicles that were cars that I owned have all been manual. I've never owned an automatic car except for one that I'll get to. My third one, a 1989 F250 with a 351 in it. Same paint job as my Mazda 626, totally faded. But the truck was bulletproof, got my dirt bikes around, all my toys, and that thing was sick. I got it for $1,000, and I got my first car for a few $100, which is crazy. Both served me really well. Number 4, I had a 1995 Avis Blue M3, really cool car. Came from a rad dude that really knew a lot about vehicles, and very grateful that he kind of got me involved with that car because that really sparked my interest for doing some modifications and changes to cars down the road. So that car was really fun. Got a good deal on that one. Number, let's see, 5, 1989 240SX hatchback, 5-speed with the, what comes stock in those? The dual overhead cam, 2.4, if I recall. It's been a while since I've been down that path with the S13s, but got that thing for free, donated to me basically from a buddy. It didn't run. I barely drove it around a parking lot before it crapped out on me. Had to sell it and basically demo it or get it towed away, hauled away. So broke even on that thing. It was a nightmare, but could have been cool. Next was a 2005 Nissan Titan pickup. Got made fun of a lot because it was 2-wheel drive, not 4-wheel drive, and it was lifted on 33s with like a 6-inch Pro Comp lift, but it was fit and finish wise. It was my first like clean truck. I loved that thing. I got it down in SoCal, flew down, drove it back up the 1, and brought a couple buddies. It was a good time for sure. Super cool truck. I also had a 97 BMW E36 M3 in Hellrot Red. That car was pristine. It was red on black leather, 5-speed coupe. That thing was great. All OEM. Nothing had been changed on except for the stereo unit, and that was just a beautiful car. Sold it to one of my good friends later. After the Hellrot M3, got a 98 BMW 328 IS, a silver one, and actually did a lot of cool things to that. Put coilovers on it, different wheels off of a 7 Series, and some exhaust, some fun stuff like that. Just pretty mediocre things, and I chipped it too, but the chips weren't like that exciting back then, so nothing crazy. After that, got a 2006 Ford F250 Super Duty, dark gray on 35s, crew cab, 4x4, pretty standard 6.0, which had a lot of problems. So if you guys know anything about the Super Duty setups, those were like the most problematic unless you bulletproofed them, which was actually super worth it, but I didn't do that. So I didn't have it all that long, but that truck was a beast when it was working. After that, had a 1993 MIATA, Mazda Miata in Smurf Blue. Convertible, pretty gay, but pulled it off. Well, maybe not, but I had fun with that car. It was pretty fun. Me and my buddies, 3 of our buddies, we all had Miatas, so we just go rip them around. Ended up actually even getting rear-ended by my buddy in his Miata because I missed a red light and stopped really fast, and then he bumped into me, and we kept driving, so no big deal. Also had a 1995 Mustang GT 5.0 in like really ugly dark red, maroon red, 5-speed, the loudest thing ever. It was straight piped and slow, really slow. The Miata was probably faster than it, but I got it in San Francisco for like $1,200, and it was a steal. Thing ran really well and was just slow. After that, Got a 1999 Corvette FRC body, which was my favorite car to date. I think even over the cars I have today, because it had exhaust, had suspension done, it had a short shift, had a fast intake manifold. What else did it have? And I guess it was tuned when I bought it, but that thing ripped, like the fastest LS1 I've had that was just like bolt-on stuff. So that was pretty rad. And then I had a 2013 Chevy Silverado, 4x4 crew cab, just on 33s with some black 18 methods. Basic truck. I didn't actually really like that truck. I bought it brand new and I just was never impressed with it. Drove kind of soft and just didn't feel like a truck to me. After that, had a 1994 318 IS for like a few weeks. I bought it, got a good deal on it, spray painted the wheels black, got it tinted, and sprayed all like the chrome pieces, got them plastied it black, and flipped it, made some money on it. So that was interesting. 2006 Nissan Titan, again, another Nissan Titan. This one was a sick one that we found in Las Vegas. It was a crew cab, 4x4 with like mid-travel kit, but not really done all the way. It was just more so for looks. It was on Baja 39 TAs on some method wheels. It was black, fiberglass fenders, front and rear, tailgate fiberglass, hood fiberglass, everything but the main frame or the four doors were fiberglass, which was pretty wild. The truck looked sick, but drove really heavy, but it was probably one of the coolest looking trucks I've ever owned. After that, 2008 BMW 135i, ripper. That thing was fast. The N54 platform, twin turbo with Öhlins coilovers, ground control camber plates, a MagnaFlow like catback exhaust, and JB4 tune on it, and intake, AFE intake. So that thing was super fast, and Apex R8 wheels, and that thing was best handling, fastest car, but I just didn't, it was really like electric feeling in terms of the power delivery, and the wheelbase was really short. So if you stepped out coming out of a corner under torque, it just felt really uncomfortable to me. Like the Corvette was so planted and smooth and predictable. The 135 IS, the second it got a little squirrely, it'd start kicking a little bit for me. Maybe you guys are better drivers than me, but after that, 2014 Chevy Spark EV, murdered out black. I got this for commuting to work when I was living in San Jose, and that thing ripped too. It had 402 foot-pounds of torque, which is nuts. It was a little electric car, looked like Darth Vader's mask shrunk, and that plastic dip all the chrome and the wheels, got it tinted, and that thing was super fun. After that, 2013 Ford F-150 EcoBoost, crew cab, 4x4, leveled with some black wheels, and that thing was super nice. I got that thing with what did I get? I think it was 70,000 miles or something. Drove it all the way to 132, had the SCT Livewire tuner for it, and that thing was fast. It was super fast, super efficient. The EcoBoost, I had no problem with it. I sold it for a couple grand less than I bought it for, and that was actually one of the best vehicles I've owned, and I loved the way it drove. It was just a great truck, and it was way faster than my current truck, which is a 2017 Ram 1500 crew cab. Great fit and finish, the dash, the user interface, all the technology, the seats. It's awesome. It's on 35s with some methods as well, on like a 4-inch lift kit. And that thing, it's great truck, but it was not nearly as fast as my F-150, but it's just smooth and easy. It's got the Hemi in it, and it's got like a 32-gallon tank on it. And it works really good. It looks really clean. Works well for my clients too, because if I take a family out for showing homes in Boise, they can jump in. It's pretty easy. Last is a 2014 BMW 435i. If you guys watch my YouTube channel, that's the one we're currently building this year. So yeah, that's 20 cars, I think. 20 cars owned, and that doesn't count like my wife's car, Toyota Corolla 2017 with some black hubcaps. Can't beat that. So yeah, those are all the cars I've had. What are the cars you guys have had? Do you guys drive manuals, automatics? What do you dig? Any of the cars that I've had, have you also had, and what are your experiences? Leave in the comments below if you've had more cars than me in your lifetime. And if not, comment below with how many cars you have had. So subscribe, like, share, and follow along as we build the 435i this year. We get some moto back in the spring as Boise's coming into springtime, some dirt jump mountain biking, and just some lifestyle stuff as we go about my days. So talk to you guys soon, and I'll see you later.